I'll share one more story with you about a technique of Ho'oponopono that will blow your mind. And this is right now, you can find it again.
You have to tell me what Ho'oponopono is also.
So Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian technique, not created by us. What we call tribal people. So tribal people practice this in their community for hundreds of years. Whenever something goes wrong, they say 4 statements. I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So Dr. Yulen is a psychiatrist who's no more now, but when he was alive, he was working at a mental hospital, heading a department which is a violent department where people were kept in body jackets because they would kill others and themselves.
Theek.
So he healed these people in 6 months without medication, without electric shocks, without conversations, without meeting them physically. 6 months, all of them were released. Literally released, like left home. He used Ho'oponopono on them. So, agar metaphorically, now I'm using a metaphor. Metaphorically, the way you would take a shivling and you would do abhishek. Imagine at an energy level, he was doing abhishek of those people with Ho'oponopono, giving them positive energy all the time.
From a distance?
From a distance, you can do that.
Achha.
Reiki is proven. Reiki is distance healing. So, Ho'oponopono is distance healing. You can do it. In 1 year, that entire hospital closed down. Because sabko theek kar diya. So if you just go to the research internet and look for Dr. Yulen mental hospital story, it's easily available right now. It shook up the entire medical world. When we do Ho'oponopono workshops in our community, Prakhar, I am amazed, and I'm still amazed about it. There are 500 people attending on Zoom, and I confidently ask people, who has some physical pain right now? People say migraine, 500 लोगों में 50 लोग तो मिल ही जाते हैं.
Minimum, हाँ.
I do Ho'oponopono for them for 3 minutes, and they say pain is gone. Gone, like gone.
Your world is magical.
There is a lady who has, you've heard about this pain called, what is it called? Plantar fasciitis?
Plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis.
Yeah.
In your feet?
Yeah.
She had this pain for 2 years. She did Ho'oponopono once, the pain is gone. It's been 3 months. I'm following up with her. The pain has not come back. How do you heal that? I'll tell you how. The body and cells are made of energy, and the energy is made of vibrations, and the vibrations creates a certain form. This cup looks like a cup because it has a certain form.
Theek.
Right?
Theek.
If you melt this cup in fire, it will change the vibrations of it. And it will melt. Right? So it's not dead. It just changed the form. That is what law of physics says. So if you've got certain illness in your body, that illness has a certain frequency. You can heal that by changing the frequency of the illness.
Now, this Ho'oponopono, you were telling me a story of Ho'oponopono also. I'm very interested because I feel health, because you were also talking about the health sort of angle to it, na?
Yes.
Or health anxiety, it starts kicking in. Maybe for me, it has kicked in. Like, I do feel these questions about my health. And I want to know more about how Ho'oponopono is done. Yeah.
So the way Ho'oponopono done is 2 ways.
Yeah.
One is basic Ho'oponopono, where you can simply think of a person whom you're feeling negative towards, or a job that you want and you're not getting it. It can be as simple as your laptop is not working. And you think about it and you say, just repetitions of Ho'oponopono is chanting. That's called basic. I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Just keep your hands on your heart, close your eyes and just say it. Try it now.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Now this time when you say, feel the words and the vibrations of it. I am sorry.
I am sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now this time focus on your chest and the vibrations it creates. I am sorry.
I am sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Check how you're feeling. There's a stillness it will give you that you can't explain, but you can feel.
Agreed.
Right? Now, if you do this 108 times, the magic number is 108 times. Repetition. अगर आप दुनिया की कोई भी माला उठा लो हमारे माइथोलॉजी में तो वो 108 की बिट्स की माला होती है. So you do it 108 times and you will see that at an energy level, invisible brain waves which are connecting you and me right now, if I have a fight with you and if I do Ho'oponopono for you, next दिन आपका फोन आ जाएगा. वो नाराजगी खत्म हो जाएगी. To give you a story, इंदू एंड मॉम का झगड़ा हो गया था एक बार. अब डॉटर इन लॉ, मदर इन लॉ पंगा. तो एक दिन मॉम का इतना हो गया कि मॉम बोली मैं अब तेरे घर नहीं आऊँगी. वो हो गई जो हो गई बात. तो इंदू ने बोला यार देख बात करके तो अब कुछ होगा नहीं, अपन Ho'oponopono ट्राई करते हैं. मैंने कहा करो. So she started doing Ho'oponopono twice a day for mom, 108 times. She did it for 3 days. 4th day, true story. और ये मैं वीडियो पे बोल रहा हूँ, my mom's listening to this. 4th day मम्मी घर आती है गिफ्ट के साथ, बोले बेटा जो हो गया सो हो गया, सब भूल जाते हैं.
पूरी इंडिया की प्रॉब्लम
हाँ, मदर इन लॉ के साथ हो रहा है यार, और क्या चाहिए?
सास बहू इज इंडिया की नेशनल प्रॉब्लम है, सास बहू. हाँ.
मेरी कम्युनिटी में 70% लेडीज हैं एंड दे डू इट ऑन देयर मदर इन लॉ 90% ऑफ द टाइम, और उनको रिजल्ट मिलता है फटाफट.
I am calling a few people. मेरा phone गया है. I have to tell so many people about this. Yeah, it is a very real concern.
So Ho'oponopono has two aspects of it. One is healing yourself and other is healing others. You must do both. You must do both. So we have this program called Ho'oponopono Healer Certification Program, where first day we do live proof. पूरा दिन हम सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं. चलो किसको दर्द है, आओ प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. फिर सेकंड हम उसमें सिखाते हैं Conversational Ho'oponopono, which is advanced level. So what is conversation? You don't simply say repetitions of I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Now you give intent to it. You give it meaning. You give it purpose. Example, do you know somebody whom you're angry with? Or somebody who's angry with you?
Can't think, but I'm sure I can. If I spend some time, I'll be able to think of someone.
Any goal that is upsetting you, anything that is dissatisfying?
Sure, yeah, I can think of something like that. हाँ, एक goal है जो मेरे को चाहिए, जो मेरे को नहीं मिल रहा, which is upsetting me.
Perfect.
That works, right?
So say it with me. I take 100% responsibility.
I take 100% responsibility
for this goal not being transformed in my life.
For this goal not being transformed in my life.
I take 100% responsibility.
I take 100% responsibility
for not manifesting this goal.
For not manifesting this goal.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
For doing whatever I have done.
For doing whatever I've done.
To keep it away from me.
To keep it away from me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
For not doing what I was supposed to do.
For not doing what I'm supposed to do.
To attract it.
To attract it.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
For not believing in myself.
For not believing in myself.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
For sometimes thinking it's not possible.
For sometimes thinking it's not possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For letting it come to me now.
For letting it come to me now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For allowing me to believe.
For allowing me to believe.
It can happen for me.
It can happen for me.
I love myself the way I am.
I love myself the way I am.
With or without this goal.
With or without this goal.
I love this goal.
I love this goal.
Whether it comes to me now or tomorrow.
Whether it comes to me now or tomorrow.
I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. You know what my feeling is? A lot of this is just reprogramming my subconscious.
You got it.
Right? Because I say this to, people who follow me in my personal whatever. I tell them, you will always fall to the level of your self-image.
100%.
If you think you are made up of X, right? If you think मेरे को 1 लाख रुपए महीना कमाना है ना, तुम 1 लाख से 10,000 रुपए नीचे कमाओगे, उसके ऊपर तुम जा ही नहीं पाओगे, right? और गए तो बर्बाद कर दोगे, उड़ा दोगे, समझ नहीं आएगा क्या करना है. And a lot of this is, you can say it's opening yourself up in a very weird way. You are कि ये मैं कर सकता हूँ यार, और मैंने जो गलती करी है जाने दो. Like you are having this conversation with your own self, because this subconscious is very difficult to control.
Correct.
You don't give up habits very easily. You can't instruct yourself very easily. Right? Am I getting this?
But this framework of I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and then randomly giving it some intentful statement.
ठीक.
It just helps you to open up, like you said, in some different weird ways. It's called Conversational Ho'oponopono. People who are into depression for 10 years, Prakhar, when they do this Ho'oponopono with me for one day during that program, they've told me they've stopped having antidepressant tablets. I don't have one such case, but hundreds of videos, testimonials, people saying मैंने बंद कर दी दवा. And every time I tell them, देख डॉक्टर से पूछे बिना बंद मत करना, इसके side effects होते हैं.
ठीक.
So they go to their doctor and they take permission and they stop it. But they've stopped it.
With what is happening my generation onwards, and then outside in the West with mental health, this could be very, very helpful.
It is. We are doing clinical research on this right now.
In India?
In Pune. So I have hired one of the best hospitals clinical research head who's heading my research right now in Pune. Because we have more than 5,000 participants where we've got case studies like migraine gone, PCOD gone, relationship healed, job mil gaya 1 mahine mein sir. So we've got so many of these case studies which are written, but we don't know what to do with this data. So now we have got a clinical team, research team, who's taking this data and putting it into patterns and saying कितने दिनों में होता है, कैसे होता है, क्यों होता है, इसके साथ क्यों हुआ, उसके साथ क्यों नहीं हुआ, इसने क्या अलग किया, उसने क्या अलग किया. So we're putting all this data together right now. In 3 months, the papers should be ready. And once we submit it to a medical magazine or something, examining body, I think then we'll have an official proof saying, look, body is not creating energy, matter is not creating matter, energy is creating matter. And this energy can be changed using techniques like Ho'oponopono. And there are more. It's not just Ho'oponopono. There is so much more to learn. For an example, I was talking to you about the third eye activation.
Yeah.
The Kundalini awakening, it's called. In mythology or in yoga, pineal gland activation or kundalini awakening can take 10, 20 years of meditation or tapasya. But now there are scientific research where there's a framework. You do that framework, you'll get a pineal gland activation.
And that's the breathing technique.
Yeah. And in one session, you'll get it.
How long is this breathing session?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. And is it intense breathing?
Intense.
So
you can't do it on, no, it's not Brastika types. Not that level, but it is intense. So it has to be done light stomach.
Halka pet, khana kuch nahi khaya. Haan.
Now once, I'll give you a proof of this. So what happens, what I was telling you at that time when your pineal gland is activated, it vibrates your body at gamma.
ठीक है. 50 and above.
50 and above. Now when you go to gamma, the frequency around you, which is at gamma, carries information. See, frequency is always carrying information. Just that right now you can't access that information because you and I are right now limited to 21 hertz. But once you go to that frequency, there is a lot of magical frequency at that level, which can then be attracted, received like a radio frequency. Once you receive that healing frequency, it creates magical results in short period of time. Hence, I say 10 years of success in 1 year. Example. So there's this one lady, her name is Vijay Lakshmi. She's got in her right eye optical nerve damage. ये नस फट गई, आंखों में खून आ जाता है. Now you can't regenerate nerve like this. Time लगता है. We did this meditation last month. In one meditation, at that time, before we did it, her eyesight was only 10%. In one meditation, her eyesight came back by 50%. In the second meditation, her eyesight came back by 70%. In third meditation, she was able to see without specs.
And this is the breathing meditation.
Yes. And we have videos on this. Like, that is why we're doing clinical research on this. And I'm not the only one doing this research.
Right.
In US, there are doctors and physicists doing research on this. I'm connected to one in US right now, and I'm trying to bring their research to India because now they've got technology where on Zoom, if somebody's frequency shifts by looking at their micro expressions, they've got softwares that can measure your EEG. I'm trying to bring that technology here because eventually everybody needs proof. And once we can validate that, then I can say, okay, it's not happening because Mitesh is saying. It's happening because it works. So one of the things I'm trying to promote through these podcasts is, please don't believe that anyone like me is special. One of the things we are going through in India, which is not allowing the science to spread is, sorry to say, but the guru syndrome.
Agree.
Right?
Yeah. You must dress like that.
हाँ. कि गुरु सिंड्रोम मतलब या तो मुझे गुरु सिंड्रोम हो गया है कि भाई तुम मेरे साथ करोगे तो ही हील होगे. मुझ में कुछ खास है. मैं हाथ लगाऊंगा तुम ठीक हो जाओगे. या तो गुरु सिंड्रोम ये है कि मुझे कोई टच करे. अब गुरु सिंड्रोम भी दो तरफ से होता है ना, ऐसा थोड़ी कि एक ही तरफ से होता है. तो पीपल वांट के कोई मुझे टच करे, मुझे ठीक कर दे, चाहे मेरा रिलेशनशिप हो, मेरा पैसा हो, कुछ भी हो. ठीक. यू डोंट नीड एनीबडी. खुद ही सीख लो. साइंटिफिक रिसर्च है. आप इस तरीके से करोगे, आप हील हो जाओगे. Prakhar, when I learned this for the first time, this pineal gland activation in US for the first time, the workshop where I did it, in front of my eyes, and I'm telling you, in front of my eyes, in 7 days of a meditation practice where we did the pineal gland again and again and again and again and again, I saw a lady with stage 4 cancer disappearing cancer in her body. 7 days.
That's a very tall claim.
Not claim.
Yeah.
Go to the internet. You'll find it right now. Go to drjoedispenza.com.
Oh, I know Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Go to his stories of transformation section. 1500 case studies. Brain tumor. ये मैंने सुना था. मुझे देखना था. तो मैं गया और अपने स्टूडेंट्स को भी लेके कि चलो, पागल हो, कि अगर ऐसा कुछ है तो जाके सीखना चाहिए. Be healthy skeptic. करके आओ. I went, I experienced, I saw stage 4 cancer disappearing.
Wow. So, you know how medicine, if अगर मेरे को सर में दर्द हो रहा है, I can have Crocin and 10 on 10 times Crocin will help my headache. Can we make the same claim for this? Like कि किसी का अगर thyroid issue है.
That's the clinical research I'm doing. Because in Ho'oponopono program, when I ask people to randomly raise their hands, I'm seeing migraine disappearing in front of me in 3 minutes. The only way I can prove is आके देख लो. Program में ही आके देख लो, proof देख लो. That's all I can say. A relationship where the couple had decided to divorce. They practice some part of relationship mastery lessons, some part of Ho'oponopono, some part of pineal gland activation. Relationship is back on track.
You might have a very strong medicine if you're able to prove this with all the research you're doing. You might have a very potent problem solver for a lot of people's unhappiness.
The beauty is, Prakhar, we are not even solving. Because when I'm doing Ho'oponopono with her or him, I'm just trying to evolve their emotional frequency. I'm not even trying to solve the migraine.
Right.
I'm not even targeting the migraine. The root cause of somewhere because of what the migraine was there just got disappeared, and maybe that's why the migraine disappeared. I don't know. But that's why we're doing the research.
When you were talking about the pineal gland and the gamma waves wala situation, there is an experience from last week. I was still on that trip. And I had about a 3-hour long experience where it felt like I was getting a download. Like, mere ko kya ho raha hai? Suddenly I just have to write an idea out, which is like...
Yeah, you got it.
And it's just happening. And I don't want disturbance. Please don't come in the way. I'm asking everybody to leave. Right? I'm typing and then... It's almost scary what is happening. Because मेरे को नहीं पता ये क्या हो रहा है. I'm like, where is this coming from? And once I was done, I told this idea to my colleagues when I got back, and they're like very impressive. And I'm like, I don't know where this came from. It was just 3 hours of कि मेरे को ज़रूरत थी लिखने की, वरना वो छूट जाता.
Correct.
Is this what you mean by frequencies information?
Yes.
Kind of like this?
Not kind of. It is because now you're channeling into frequencies in the universe right now, which are vibrating at such a higher level. For some weird reason, you got vibrated at that level.
For some weird reason.
Right?
I don't understand.
I don't know what. But you got into an elevated emotional experience. And that emotional experience has a frequency. It's vibrating. Now, law of energy says you will only attract your parallel frequency. So you got it into elevated state, let's say 50 hertz. So whatever was at 50 hertz is information you got received and you got connected to that.
Yeah, because it felt like a download.
It is a download.
It was a strange outer body experience almost.
It is. There is an experiment of scientists to prove this. They took 2 islands where there are monkeys very far from each other. And both the islands, monkeys would only eat bananas by directly eating it raw. They wouldn't peel like human beings, right? They'll just eat it. So on one particular island, they started teaching the monkeys how to peel the banana. 3 days after that, on the other island, the monkeys were peeling bananas. At the energy level, we are all connected. We are constantly downloading each other's information. So if you know how to vibrate at the right frequency, you could literally download the information and frequency of a billionaire. And hence attract those goals.
Guys, if you're interested in more content like this where it actually makes you think and explore how you think inside your head, dude, subscribe, man.